Hi there, this is Mike Graham of Weight Loss and Personal Development, and today I want to talk to you about a certain equation. Now, this equation is at the heart of all weight loss, and I don't think you can actually lose weight without paying attention to this simple fact. If you take on board fewer calories than you use up, i.e. calories in is less than calories out, then you will lose weight, according to how many calories fewer you take in. But it's an inescapable fact that if the calories you take on board is more than the number of calories you use up, then you may put on weight. That's how it works. That's what the game's about. So most food plans recommend that to lose weight, you eat 500 calories less than you would normally eat if you were just trying to stay the same weight. So for a female, for instance, this would amount to taking in 1,000 to 1,100 calories a day. For a male, it would amount to taking in 1,500 to 1,600 calories a day. Now, in each case, the number of calories required for ordinary living, that is not losing, not gaining, is 500 calories more than the weight loss amount suggested. Now, the number of calories that you take in that's recommended you take on board to lose weight is to give you a rate of weight loss somewhere between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds a week, which is regarded as the optimum amount to have as your weight loss progress. To lose more quickly means that you go faster, obviously, you lose weight quicker, but it also puts you at risk of two things. Weight that's lost too fast is easily regained. That's just a fact, because your body hasn't adjusted to it and you aren't eating the optimum amount to make sure that you're losing it at a steady and safe rate. So when you get to add food back in again, you start adding in far too much more so that your body doesn't adjust back. And so you can end up in a process where you're just losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, without really thinking too hard about it. Losing weight at the safe rate of 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week makes it much easier to just add in enough food to keep you at the weight that you've decided to peg in at, without going up too far again, just so that you stay steady, so that the 500 extra calories you take on board to maintain your weight is just that amount and no more. And it's recommended you do that fairly slowly as well. You don't add them all in at the same time. You just see how much your body needs to keep you steady. So this equation, calories in should be less than the calories out, holds true whatever method you're using, I think. You can take one of those pills, a diet pill, but at the end of the day, that's just going to be an appetite suppressant or something to speed up your metabolism. It's not actually going to take the pounds away. Unless you're very lucky and you found some miracle pill. So you still have to take on board fewer calories than you use up. Obviously, if it's an appetite suppressant, then that's sort of happening anyway, because you don't need as many. And this is just a way of getting over the fact that for a while you may feel hungry. Because obviously when you stop eating the amount of food that you have been eating, you're going to feel hungry. And this just, in the normal run of things, this just takes a few weeks. And you just have to live through it while your stomach adjusts to taking in less food, and therefore it shrinks a bit until, the amount that you're eating whilst losing weight becomes the norm. That's just a case of living through it, you know. But the trouble is with appetite suppressant pills is that when you stop taking them, you get a great sort of rush back of your appetite and you suddenly start gorging yourself again. So that's the problem with pills in general, or the metabolism rate pills, the ones that speed up your metabolic rate. Now, I'm not sure how easily they work anyway, but I cannot think that you can lose weight without eating fewer calories than you use up. You may be using up, making you use up more calories. And if you have surgery, say, that's still going to stop you taking in the number of calories that you were taking in before. If you do something drastic like having your jaw wired, well, you're only going to be taking in liquids anyway. And that's just to stop you going and eating too much. Or if you have something like gastric band surgery, then you're not going to want as much anyway because you feel like your stomach's shrunk. Now, I'm not a fan of surgery for weight loss. You know, surgery is fine for some things, but the risks seem to be far too high. Now, obviously my own experience is coloured because I knew somebody that had surgery and then died fairly soon afterwards, and she had an internal hemorrhage, and you know, that made a lasting effect on me because I lost weight at the same time as she'd done her surgery bit, and I was just left thinking, my God, some ways are really safe and others aren't, you know. That's just my own experience. You know, other people may have different views, but I would never recommend, personally, surgery for weight loss. And I think, you know, this calories in, calories out business is just a fairly inescapable fact. This may be, you know, along the lines of the laws of gravity. You know, if you want to lose weight, then eat fewer calories than you're using up. And if that means taking more exercise, then that's a good thing. But it's quite hard to lose weight just doing loads of exercise unless you are really determined to do lots and do, you know, go on really long cycle rides every day, which is probably a really fast way of losing weight. I have heard that. Other forms of exercise, it's quite hard to keep going for the length of time that you need to in order to lose the amount of weight that is probably going to satisfy you. But, you know, I'm open to learning new things. But I just wanted to talk today about that equation because some people have very, very funny ideas and they think, well, if I buy this program and I still sit on the couch and eat Pringles and crisps and drink loads of soda every day, I'm going to lose weight. And it's just not going to work like that. You have to follow the program and deal with the fact that eating while you're watching the TV, you know, snacking and stuff, is probably going to have to be made. Well, you're going to have to learn how to deal with it. You know, it's okay still to snack if you count them in with your calories that you're using up. But I would always suggest that having proper meals may actually be higher up on your priorities list in order to get the right nutrition. But that's just my own personal view. Now, it was put to me when I started marketing, learning how to market, that actually people are only interested in diets that, well, food plans, ways of losing weight where you didn't have to diet and you didn't have to do exercise. And really, they were just so lazy that they couldn't get up off the couch. And that was their dream, to have a weight loss plan which didn't involve any work on their part. And I guess that's sort of a marketer's cynical point of view. So they dress it up a bit like that. But in fact, if you're one of those people that worries about it and thinks, well, it's far too much hard work, eating less in order to lose weight, you should just think about this possibility that actually once you start, you gain the energy in order to be able to lose weight. That you build up a sort of certain momentum. If you see you make progress losing weight following a particular method, then it's not going to seem like too much hard work at all. You may have to work at it a bit, but you're not going to require kid glove treatment. You're going to know that actually just seeing, now I've started, I've got the impetus to carry on doing it, because I look at it and I see that it does me a lot of good, and I feel better, and I'm deriving the sort of discipline I require. And so, you know, this notion of chocolate-coloured vegetables being what you have to sell people, I understand it. And obviously you have to make things sound as palatable as possible, because people only tend to buy what they want rather than what they need. But, you know, the fact is, if you've got to lose weight, then some sort of effort has to come into it at some point. Even if it's just with your credit card, because otherwise you're kidding yourself. You're just going to stay the same weight and still be subject to the same limitations that being overweight bring. So, you know, it's just a case of maybe growing up a bit and realizing that you have to get serious about some things in life. Anyway, I don't wish to be too hard on people that are a bit soft about these things, but the fact is, once you get started and you gain some impetus, losing weight following a food plan is not very hard at all. And in fact, you can derive an awful lot of pleasure and joy from doing it, because you know that you're getting a better body for it. So basically, accepting that it is just a calories in versus calories out equation and there's no escape from it, does sort of clear the way for you to be able to do these things and actually succeed. Anyway, that's my own take on it. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it, and hopefully catch you on another video soon.